You may have heard of the phrase, if you don't use it, you lose it. And this is particularly relevant to the brain. And if you don't find good and effective ways to keep your mind healthy, sharp, and active, then over time it will actually become less capable. So in this video, I'm going to share 4 activities or hobbies that you can incorporate into your daily life to increase your brain function and maintain a healthy mind all the way into old age.
Let's play a game. I play white.
That one moves up and down, or back and forth.
And the first activity that we're going to cover is chess. You've probably noticed that most sports in the world reference some kind of combat or war between one or several people, and chess is no different. The origins of chess can be traced back to the 6th or 7th century in India, where the board represents a simplified battlefield. It continued to grow in popularity, where it eventually spread to Europe. Some of the pieces were then modified, as well as some of the rules. Today it's one of the most popular board games in the world, with an estimated 600 million players. Chess involves problem solving, pattern recognition, and strategic thinking, which all help keep your mind active and stimulated and in good condition if you manage to practice them regularly. With such a large community of chess players around the world, it's one of the most accessible board games out there. You can play chess at home with your friends on a cheap board. You can play online using platforms such as chess.com, which has a very active community and also provides the option for feedback, game analysis, and even lessons to improve your knowledge. It's also not uncommon to find people hanging out in the park in various cities looking for people to play against. There's never been a better time to pick up and start learning chess. There are countless books, online resources, and a huge community that are quite supportive and plenty of players of all skill levels willing to participate. If you like hobbies where you can very easily measure your progress, then chess is a great option because of the ELO system. ELO is sort of a mathematical formula or system that helps determine your overall standard of chess, but also the quality of the opponents that you're going to be facing. Because if you end up facing a person with a higher ELO and you win, then clearly you deserve to bump up your ELO more. Whereas if you beat a person who has a significantly lower ELO, then you don't really deserve to bump up your ELO to the same extent. But if they beat you, then they probably deserve to be at a higher ELO level. You don't really need to worry about how the ELO is calculated. Just know that roughly under 800 ELO is considered to be in the beginner phase. Anywhere between, say, 800 and 1500 is kind of intermediate. And then once you approach the kind of 2000 level, then you're really in the advanced stages and you're bordering on master. And then when you reach 2500, you reach grandmaster, assuming you have all the other criteria reached. In the last few years, chess has continued to grow in popularity, likely due to things such as the Netflix TV series, The Queen's Gambit. I've watched some other chess films lately, and while they all have their own relative strengths, none of them can compete with The Queen's Gambit in my opinion when it comes to both filmmaking quality and from a chess perspective. Music is one of the most alluring and mysterious forces out there, and even scientists haven't fully figured out why music affects us in the way that it does. To prove the point, have you ever tried watching an iconic movie scene without the music in the background? The combination of instruments playing in unison elevates the entire experience and can stay with us years after initially hearing it. If you want to learn a musical instrument and you're wondering which one to start off with, well, the correct answer is the one that you're most interested in. Because like any long-term hobby pursuit, particularly ones that involve skill and progression, then it does involve some kind of initial input of time and energy. And realistically, the only ones you're going to stick with are the ones that you have sufficient motivation. So my suggestion is find the instrument that you're most curious about or most interested in and pick that one. But having said that, if you're completely lost or you don't have an initial preference, then I'd suggest picking up a keyboard or piano and starting with that. Piano is an extremely versatile instrument that teaches you the fundamentals really well, and although the specific muscle memory might vary from instrument to instrument, with piano, the musical theory aspect carries over quite strongly. Again, there are so many online resources and modern tools to help you in your journey, whether it be in musical theory or the specifics of a piano and you want to learn a specific piece or just brush up and get good overall. Also, there's generally a large number of tutors available, so if you live in a city or large town, there's almost certainly a large number of tutors to choose from, whether that be in piano or any other kind of instrument. There's a common misconception that you have to be young to learn a musical instrument, but this just isn't the case. Unless you're planning on going and making music your actual career, then you can really pick up music at any age and get to a pretty decent standard. And this will allow you to either perform in public, whether that's in a church setting or in a local community, or even just for your own benefit if you enjoy music and you enjoy picking up musical themes or scores and learning how to play that and then impressing your friends. You might find it strange that I'm including video games in this list, since we're often told of the potential negative effects of video game addiction and the psychological consequences. It is true that not all games are created equally and offer equal benefits, but you might be surprised to know that lots of research has shown that video games offer several benefits, both cognitive and psychological. Examples include enhanced hand-eye coordination, improved cognitive function like higher spatial resolution in visual processing, and increased brain volume. Some studies suggest that playing video games could increase the size of brain regions responsible for spatial navigation and strategic planning. As I said previously, not all games offer the same benefits. Minecraft and similar games allow your imagination to run wild and really stimulate that creativity aspect of gaming. Portal and Portal 2 combines problem solving with modern graphics, and it also has an entertaining and interesting story and world. Strategy games such as the Civilization series are great for strategic thinking and planning. For something a little more fast-paced and reaction-based, games such as Call of Duty or other first-person shooters, or racing games such as Gran Turismo offer different kinds of benefits. Right now I'm playing the Tomb Raider Remastered series, which is a nice balance between solving puzzles, coordinated maneuvers, and action sequences, plus there's the nostalgic element too.
Buongiorno. Signore, un piacere. Grazie. Gorlomi? Lo pronuncio?
Learning a foreign language. Where do I start with the list of benefits? It increases your memory, deepens your cultural awareness, increases your job potential and opportunities, and even it provides some kind of utility when you go abroad and when you're able to speak that particular language. It also seems to provide cognitive benefits, and you can see this with people who are multilingual, and their ability to context switch both linguistically and in general seems to be heightened when compared to the average person. If you want to know more about what exactly I'd recommend in terms of picking up and learning a new language, then feel free to check out some of my more recent videos, and I made one that is more of an overview about how to learn a new language in 2024, and I also made a video which goes into AI and how you can create an AI bot or system that can help you and tutor you along the way. The last thing I want to say is while each of these activities are really good for your brain, nothing is complete without the physical aspect. So you have to be able to get your body moving and take on physical activities to really get the most out of your health and even the cognitive benefits overall. This is because there seems to be a bi-directional link between your physical health and your mental well-being, and one is not complete without the other. If you're able to increase your overall mental health and well-being, then this will give you added motivation and clarity, which will help you in any of your physical pursuits. And equally, if you increase your physical capacity and health, then it'll allow you to actually achieve and pursue those mental tasks because your overall body health will be much more stable. If you're like many people I know and you don't particularly enjoy going to the gym, then I've previously made a video about 3 alternatives to the gym that offer very similar benefits but kind of done in a different way and often more fun too. So that's all for this one. If you have any other suggestions about activities that you think should be included that I've missed out, or if you're interested in a deeper dive into any one of the activities that I've mentioned, then feel free to let me know and I might make a future video on that. But anyway, thanks for watching. If you want to like or subscribe, I'd greatly appreciate it. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video.